King David was Israel's second monarch, the man chosen by God to lead his people. David's life is narrated in the Old Testament, in the books of 1 and 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, and 1 Chronicles. The meaning of the name David, Dod, is uncertain. However, one of the most accepted possibilities is that the name David means beloved, coming from the Hebrew Dod. It has also been suggested that Dod should be equated with the term Dodan, chief or army officer. If this were the case, then David would be a title rather than a proper name. But this suggestion is very unlikely. Who was David? David was the youngest son of Jesse, belonged to the tribe of Judah, and was the grandson of the Moabite Ruth and the Jew Boaz. He was born in Bethlehem, a city approximately 10 kilometers south of Jerusalem. His father was a wealthy and respected man in the city. David was raised as a shepherd. This profession taught him many qualities that he put into practice throughout his life. When he assumed the throne of Israel, for example, he demonstrated courage, dedication, and care for the people. Carrying out his profession of herding sheep, David faced challenging situations, such as a bear and a lion. 1 Samuel 17:34-37. The biblical text states that David had red hair, from the Hebrew admoni, red, and had good appearance. 1 Samuel 16:12. David is anointed king by Samuel. The first time that David is mentioned in the Bible is in the text that describes the occasion of the prophet Samuel's visit to Bethlehem. God had rejected Saul as king of Israel and revealed that his successor was in the house of Jesse. The prophet Samuel interviewed David's brothers as possible candidates for the throne. Initially, David was not present. However, when none of Jesse's other sons met divine specifications, David was called from the field where he tended the flock. When David presented himself, God confirmed to the prophet Samuel that he was the chosen one. Then David was anointed in the presence of his brothers. 1 Samuel 16:13. However, the purpose of such an anointing was not publicly revealed at that time. Most commentators understand that those who were present at that time probably understood that Samuel was perhaps anointing a possible successor in his prophetic ministry. It would be something similar to what the prophet Elijah did when he anointed the young Elisha as his successor. Be that as it may, the important thing is that the Bible states that from that day on the Spirit of the Lord came upon David. 1 Samuel 16:13. Despite being chosen by God, it would still take some time for David to be recognized by the people as king. David and Goliath, an episode that brought extreme recognition to David among the people of Israel, was when he faced and killed the Philistine giant Goliath. 1 Samuel 17. David had left home to bring food to his brothers who were warriors, as well as to gather information for his father about the battle against the Philistines. Already on the battlefield, David became aware of the challenge posed by Goliath to the Israeli army. He had proposed an individual battle against the chosen one on the Hebrew side. The winning side would determine the outcome of the battle. This challenge had already lasted for 40 days, but no one had yet been chosen to fight Goliath. For the Israelites, fighting the giant seemed like suicide. King Saul himself understood the risks of that choice. For this reason he offered many rewards to anyone who was willing to fight Goliath. In addition to the rewards, Saul also offered his daughter's hand in marriage. When David offered to accept the Philistine giant's challenge, he received the best military equipment among the Hebrews. However, he refused the offer, as he was unable to handle the armor. During the fight, David used a stone and a sling as air